Have you ever wondered how astronauts take a bath in space? It's a question that may seem trivial, but when you're miles above Earth, the absence of gravity and the scarcity of water make it a unique conundrum. In the vast expanse of space, water doesn't flow or fall, it forms floating blobs. So, traditional bathing methods are out of the question. Instead, astronauts have to get a little creative. They use a wet towel to wipe down their bodies, sort of like a sponge bath. But what about their hair, you ask? Well, that's where waterless shampoo comes in handy. Despite the name, it does contain a bit of water, but there's no lathering or rinsing involved. It's a no-foam formula to prevent suds from scattering throughout the spacecraft. As you can see, taking a bath in space is not as simple as turning on the shower and lathering up with your favorite soap. In the early days of NASA, astronauts had very few options for personal hygiene. The constraints of space travel, particularly the absence of gravity, presented unique challenges that called for innovative solutions. On the Gemini and Apollo missions, astronauts were confined to small capsules with limited resources. The luxury of a daily shower was replaced by a more pragmatic approach, the sponge bath. Astronauts would dampen towels with a small amount of water, add soap, and then cleanse their bodies. This method was not only efficient in conserving water, but also practical in an environment where water droplets could float freely and potentially damage equipment. Surprisingly, one aspect of their hygiene routine was absent: the simple act of changing clothes. During these early missions, astronauts would wear their spacesuits for the entire mission, without the option to change into fresh attire. This was mainly due to the limited space and the need to minimize weight on these pioneering voyages. However, as space travel evolved, so did the methods of maintaining personal hygiene. Enter the space station's Skylab, NASA's first space station, and with it, the introduction of a rudimentary shower system. This was a significant step forward in improving the living conditions of astronauts in space. The Skylab shower was a cylindrical enclosure where astronauts would enter, close the door, and then use a handheld device that dispensed water and collected the runoff. The water was pressurized, and only 12 cups, or roughly 2.8 liters, were used for each shower. After applying liquid soap to their bodies, astronauts would then rinse off using this minimal amount of water. Though primitive by today's standards, these early methods were essential in maintaining the astronauts' hygiene and morale. They were a testament to human ingenuity, adapting to the unique and challenging environment of space. While we may take our daily showers for granted here on Earth, these early space explorers showed us that even the simplest of tasks requires rethinking when you're millions of miles from home. The International Space Station has significantly improved the conditions for bathing in space. In space, water doesn't flow like it does here on Earth. Instead, it forms spherical droplets due to surface tension. So how do astronauts bathe in such conditions? The solution is as innovative as it is practical. Astronauts are provided with small bags of water, which they use sparingly. They apply this water to their bodies along with soap, creating a sort of soapy film on the skin. This is a far cry from the generous lather we're used to on Earth, but it does the job effectively in the weightless environment of space. The water, instead of running off, adheres to the skin due to the lack of gravity, forming small droplets that can be wiped away with a towel. This method ensures that every precious drop of water is used efficiently. Similarly, hair washing involves a no-rinse shampoo that comes in a pouch. Astronauts apply this shampoo to their hair, working it into a lather, and then towel dry their hair. No water is wasted in rinsing, yet the hair is left clean and fresh. But the innovation doesn't stop there. The International Space Station is equipped with a state-of-the-art water recovery system. This system collects every drop of water used on board, from the water used for bathing to the moisture exhaled by the astronauts, even the water from urine. This collected water is then treated and filtered to remove impurities, making it safe for consumption and other uses. So, the water used for bathing today might very well be the water used for making tomorrow's coffee. It's a stellar example of recycling at its best, a testament to the resourcefulness of our space programs. This sustainable approach allows astronauts to maintain their hygiene without depleting the limited water resources on the station. It's an intricate dance of science, technology, and human ingenuity, choreographed to the tune of conservation and sustainability. Today, astronauts on the International Space Station have a much more efficient and comfortable method to maintain their hygiene, thanks to the advancements in technology. Let's recap what we've learned about bathing in space. Our cosmic journey began with a look at the unique challenges posed by zero gravity. With water not behaving as it does on Earth, traditional bathing methods are out of the question. Instead, astronauts resort to a more rudimentary but effective method, the trusty wet towel. This is not your ordinary towel, though. It's a specially designed water-infused cloth that allows astronauts to wipe away dirt and grime. In the early days of space travel, during the Gemini and Apollo missions, options were even more limited. Astronauts could take a sponge bath with towels, soap, and a scant supply of water. Clothing changes were a rarity, with astronauts wearing the same outfit for days on end. But as we've seen, progress waits for no one, not even in the vast expanse of space. When the Skylab space station entered orbit, it brought along a novel concept, a shower system. Astronauts could apply liquid soap to their bodies and rinse off with a mere 12 cups of pressurized water, all inside a tube, mimicking a terrestrial shower as closely as possible given the circumstances. Fast forward to the present day, and we find ourselves on the International Space Station, a marvel of human ingenuity. Bathing has become a more streamlined process, with water and bathing essentials supplied in small bags. The water that graces an astronaut's skin clings in droplets, adding a surreal touch to their bathing routine. And let's not forget the space station's water recovery system, a testament to our commitment to sustainability, even in space. This system recovers, cleans, and reuses every drop of water, from bathing to urination. So the next time you enjoy a relaxing bath or a refreshing shower, spare a thought for the astronauts who have to go through a rather different process to stay clean in space. Thanks for watching.